Hey YouTube, Roach Dog RC here. Working on my Honcho that I picked up about a month ago. So right now it's pretty much stock. I haven't done any upgrades on it at all, but after watching some videos and doing some research, I really liked the rear flatbed look that a few of the guys out there have done. There's some pretty clean projects out there. So what I thought I would do is do a little tutorial on how I'm going to go ahead and accomplish this on mine. You can kind of see I've got a mock-up design, which I'm going to go ahead and try to put on this truck. So we'll just go through it a step at a time, and we'll see how it turns out. Like I say, there's a few out there, guys have done it, but there isn't really a tutorial. I think one guy did a tutorial, but I'm going to try to do a little bit more of a step-by-step process in case anyone out there is wondering how to accomplish this, or maybe to give you some ideas to improve on what I'm doing. So here we go. Basically what I've done, obviously I took the rack off the back and the little insert that came with the Honcho, and I took a cereal box because it was just kind of some lightweight, easy to cut cardboard, and went ahead and laid it out and made a pattern. I'm going to go ahead and cut the tape here. Made a pattern out of the cardboard of the shape that I basically wanted to go with. You can see it's all laid out here, so I'll be able to lay this on top of I've got some heat ducting for heating and air conditioning piping. I bought a flat piece of metal, and it's pretty lightweight. It's going to be easy to bend. So this is all going to be all one shot, as you can see. I just should be able to just fold in all the edges and have a pretty solid foundation for a back truck. Now there's one thing I did do, is I took some hobby wood. I think this is 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch hobby wood, and I've went ahead and I have made a little frame that is actually going to fit basically on the inside of what I'm making here, and you can see it right there. And if I flip it over, it'll give me a pretty solid structure to attach to the cab body. Plus, I'm probably going to end up running some kind of post from here down to the chassis just to firm it up a little bit. But I haven't decided what I'm going to do with that yet. We're just going to kind of take it a step at a time and see where we go. Anyway, I got my metal here. It's pretty thin. See the gauge of it? It's pretty thin stuff. So I went ahead and laid my pattern out, and you can see, well, maybe you can't see. Let's see if I can get it to where you can. Yeah, maybe not. Cover that light, no. Well, anyway, you can kind of see. There you go. You can kind of see the outline of the pattern there. Basically, this is just laid right up on top. Pull it away. I'm gonna take my Dremel and go ahead and Dremel out along these edges here. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the camera while I'm doing the Dremeling. You can kind of see I've got the metal cut out now. Here's my little template. And I gotta go to a surface now that has a sharp edge to it, and I will actually lay it out, clamp it down, and try to bend these edges. Oops, you can't see. go to a straight edge cabinet or something here, and I'll lay it out and bend it over and try to get a square edge on it. There we go. I've got it all roughly bent in anyway. Can I take a peek? We'll go ahead and set it on the back of the truck. See how it looks for a That's not a bad look. No, doesn't want to stay, but anyway, that'll give you kind of a look. Oh, it's hard with this lighting. See if that's any better. There you go. So yeah, it's not bad. I gotta get it all attached to the cab. I'm actually thinking of doing a little cutout right here to go ahead so my tire will mount. Will drop down inside there is my thinking. Not quite sure if I'm gonna do that yet. Plus for the back, I'm going to go ahead and cut another piece of metal, and it's going to actually kind of angle and drop down a little bit right here. Then I can put these, take the two lights out of the original chassis and mount them back here so they're a little farther out. Yeah, those are all little details. Well, went a little farther. Just thought I'd turn it back on and show you my frame. I actually put another piece in right here because I ended up cutting the top piece, so as you can see the tire is going to mount down in there like so, and it actually will come down and sit right on the frame underneath here, so kind of gives it a pretty cool look. Yeah, I still got a lot to do with getting this attached and trying to clean up some of the edges, but yeah, it's going well so far. Well, I finished the flatbed build that I was doing for my Honcho, and there was a few other things I did. You know, I spoke about putting on the roll bar. Unfortunately, you know, I got so engrossed in what I was doing with the project, I didn't turn on the camera or take any pictures really. But you know, it's pretty simple stuff. So let me see if I can highlight on some of that, and we'll maybe kind of help you understand what I did. I ended up cutting out, and you saw that on the last video I did, I ended up cutting out a section down here for the tire, and instead of the tire when it slips in on the bed on the truck, I was going to have it actually come down and lay on top of the frame, you know, once it's on. But you know, the tire sat too low in the hole, and it just didn't, you know, it just didn't look right. So what I did is I just went ahead and took some of the same metal I used for the bed, and I made a little half round insert. I don't know if you can see that very well. Well, there you go. Right there. And I just brought it up with a couple little flaps up on top, and secured it up on top. So now the tire, you know, it sits in the hole nice, and it sits up a little bit higher so it looks more natural. As far as the row bar goes, I just went down to Lowe's and picked up some 1/4-inch aluminum rod. It's very easy to bend. So what I did is I just basically brought the truck out to where I had my vise outside, and I started at this point right here. And I made this first bend to here, or this measured out here. Then I did my first bend coming up, and I did a 90-degree bend. And like I say, it's so flexible, you can just kind of, once you lay it on the bed, you can kind of bend it sideways to get the curvature of the cab here. And I just measured from this point to this point, did a 90-degree bend down, and from this point out to this point right here. Basically laid it on the bed and did any tweaking I need to do to, to make it follow the contour. And I wanted it to be a little bit taller than the cab, just so the row bar gets most of the hits. Well, if you look at the top of the cab, you can see probably that's not the case. It's pretty scuffed up. But anyway, after I had this part done, I went ahead and I just cut a piece for back here, just so it would fill in and look a little more natural. And then I did some hand cuts. Basically, I actually cut it with the Dremel is what I did, but you can see I just kind of measured it like this, made some marks, and just, it's just roughed in. And I'm fortunate enough that my son is a welder, so he's got access to all the TIGs and MIGs and stick and all that kind of stuff, and he took it to work and went ahead and Aluma welded it for me. Did a really nice job. So, and it looks kind of cool. And I had this aluminum mesh. I had a 2-foot by 4-foot sheet of aluminum mesh, and I just basically just cut it out for the contour of what I was looking for right here. And it gives it a kind of unique, different look. It'll allow me to hang some of my scale stuff on it. So that's it. If I do or add any more to it as I go along, I'll certainly post more on YouTube, but I just thought I would show you how it ended up. Thanks for watching.